Hi there, my name is Tanya Peshevich. I'm with Side by Side Educational Consulting, and today's Tuesday, so thanks for joining us for our quick tip. Our focus today is really honing in on this idea of trying to increase students' time actively engaged with text. Why is this important? So, a lot of the research, seminal research from decades ago, from Connie Jewell, research from Keith Stanovich, and other experts supports this idea that the more time students have doing the cognitive work of the reading, the more they will improve and gain in proficiency. Paired with, of course, for our primary grade students, paired with explicit instruction around the elements of how to read, thinking about that explicit phonics lesson, thinking about fluency instruction. But one of the things I wanted to point out in terms of that seminal research is what Keith Stanovich coined as the Matthew effect. So he found that delayed development of reading skills can affect a child's or a student's exposure to text. And by having less exposure, it really prevents a reader from developing fully language, vocabulary, and background knowledge. Those elements sort of add to a downward spiral. And that's where that Matthew effect comes in. It's a biblical reference to the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, meaning the children or the students who read early continue to improve and gain knowledge. They become richer. Those students who struggle become increasingly behind and therefore become poorer. They have that lack of exposure. So, one of the ways that we can do this is getting them in text more often, paired with explicit instruction. But the ways we can get them in text, there's a variety of ways. And I'll put a link to this handout in our comments. We'll go through a variety of these in our Quick Tip Tuesday sessions, but today I really want to hone in on two. The first one is called Loop Read. Essentially, it's very basic. I would use this with a classroom of first graders. I would also use it in a classroom of fourth graders, especially if I have struggling readers. So loop reading is where I assign a portion of text. It could be a page of a decodable text. It could be a short paragraph for students. I assign that text. What students are going to do is whisper read the text. When they finish that assigned portion, they go back up to the top and they loop read until I pull them back together, giving every student enough time to work their way through that text. The other strategy that I use in tandem with loop reading is called radio read, because I want to make sure that I'm monitoring their progress in reading. I want to monitor their fluency while they're reading. So what I'll do is walk around the classroom and tap a student on the shoulder while they're whisper reading. The tap is a cue to the student to turn their volume up. That's where the radio read comes in. They turn it up so I can hear them read. When I walk away, they turn their volume back down. So I'm really looking at their fluency, so their rate of reading, their intonation, that expression. I'm also looking at how they are attacking or working through those big multisyllabic words. So those two strategies, loop reading and radio reading, really help me to get students into text more often, increasing their exposure to knowledge, vocabulary, and language. Next time, we'll talk about some other strategies, particularly thinking about how do we help support our struggling readers when we're thinking about trying to get or to increase their time in text. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.